In an alternate timeline, Anakin Skywalker, frustrated by the Jedi Council's decision to deny him the rank of Master, faces a critical moment in his life. However, instead of letting his anger and frustration lead him down a dark path, he receives guidance from an unexpected source, changing his fate and that of the entire galaxy. After the Jedi Council denies him the rank of Master, Anakin feels betrayed and deeply frustrated. He retreats to reflect, and during his meditation, he hears the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn through the Force. Qui-Gon talks to him about the true nature of being a Jedi, explaining that the rank of Master doesn't define a Jedi, and that inner peace and selfless service are what truly matter. Qui-Gon also speaks to him about love, saying it's not something to fear or suppress, but rather a source of great power and balance when handled with wisdom. These words deeply resonate with Anakin, who realizes that his attachment to power and recognition has led him away from the true Jedi path. Anakin decides to leave the Jedi Order to protect his relationship with Padme and seek a more balanced life. However, he knows he can't just leave without explanation. He must face the Council and Obi-Wan, his master and friend, to explain his decision. Anakin calls for a special meeting with the Jedi Council. With calm and determination, he presents his reasons. He explains that his attachment to Padme and his frustration over the Council's lack of trust are clouding his judgment, and that to find inner peace and become the man he needs to be, he must leave the Order. He also expresses concern about the direction the Jedi Order is taking, moving away from the ideals it once stood for. Obi-Wan, visibly shaken, tries to convince him to stay, reminding him of everything they've been through together and what they can still accomplish. However, Anakin calmly assures him that this is a well-thought-out decision and that, although he loves him like a brother, he must follow a different path. The Council, though surprised and disagreeing with his choice, respects his decision and allows him to leave in peace. As Anakin and Padme settle on Naboo, the galaxy remains engulfed in war. Palpatine, furious over Anakin's departure, whom he saw as key to his plan to dominate the galaxy, finds himself forced to accelerate his moves. He knows that without Anakin by his side, the Jedi might uncover his true identity before he can consolidate his power. Palpatine begins acting more aggressively, using his political influence to grab more power. The Jedi, led by Mace Windu, Yoda, and Obi-Wan, start to suspect him. When Palpatine declares that he will take additional emergency powers and begins interfering directly in the war, the Jedi Council decides to confront him. In a meeting with Palpatine, Mace Windu and other Jedi Masters confront him, demanding answers about his intentions and his apparent manipulation of the war. Palpatine, feeling cornered, reveals himself as Darth Sidious, the Sith Lord they've been searching for. Using the power of the dark side, he attacks the Jedi, attempting to eliminate them before they can stop him. The Jedi fight bravely, but Palpatine, fueled by hatred and power, manages to escape, killing several Jedi Masters in the process. However, his revelation as a Sith spreads quickly through the Jedi Order. Obi-Wan, devastated by the news, realizes they must stop Palpatine before it's too late. They decide to seek Anakin's help, knowing that his power could be the key to defeating the Emperor. Palpatine, aware that his time is running out, heads to Naboo to eliminate Anakin, the only one who could still pose a real threat to him. Anakin, sensing the growing darkness through the Force, knows that the final confrontation is inevitable. When Palpatine arrives on Naboo, Anakin is ready. The two engage in an epic showdown, a battle that echoes through the Force. Lightsabers clash and sparks fly as they face off in a titanic duel. Palpatine unleashes all his dark power using Force lightning and advanced Sith techniques, but Anakin, guided by the inner peace and clarity he has found, holds his ground. As the battle intensifies, some Jedi, like Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka, sense the fight through the Force from distant planets. They feel every strike, every burst of energy, and the tension builds as they witness the battle that could decide the fate of the galaxy. As Palpatine realizes he cannot defeat Anakin, he resorts to his last trick. Using the Force, he launches a direct attack on Padme, who has been watching the battle from a distance. With a sadistic gesture, he tries to strangle her before Anakin's eyes, hoping to break his spirit and corrupt him. But instead of falling into despair, Anakin channels a controlled fury. His love for Padme, rather than being his weakness, becomes his greatest strength. With a surge of power and determination, he breaks free from Palpatine's grip and delivers a final devastating blow, destroying the Sith Lord once and for all. With Palpatine dead, the darkness that had fallen over the galaxy begins to lift. Anakin reunites with Padme, ensuring she is safe. The peace he feels now is stronger than ever, and for the first time in a long while, Anakin feels truly at peace. The Jedi, having sensed Palpatine's defeat, arrive on Naboo. Yoda, Obi-Wan, and other Jedi Masters acknowledge Anakin's sacrifice and power. They ask him to return to the Order, this time as a Jedi Master. They recognize that Anakin has come a long way, finding a balance that many Jedi seek throughout their lives. Anakin accepts, but on the condition that his relationship with Padme is no longer a secret nor a barrier to his life as a Jedi. The Jedi, recognizing Anakin's inner growth, agree. Anakin and Padme return to Coruscant, where they are greeted as heroes. Anakin takes his place on the Jedi Council as a master, but now with a more balanced and clear vision of what it means to be a Jedi. Padme, by his side, continues her work in the Senate, fighting for peace and justice in the galaxy. In time, Anakin and Padme have 2 children, Luke and Leia. Under Anakin's guidance, the children begin their training in the Force, but in an environment that fosters both peace and balance. The new Jedi Order, under the leadership of Anakin and others, moves away from the rigid dogmas of the past and adopts a more holistic and compassionate view of the Force. The galaxy, free from the Sith's control, enters a new era of peace and prosperity. The legacy of the Skywalkers continues, not just as warriors of the light, but as examples of balance, love, and compassion in the galaxy. The story has changed. A different choice, a different destiny, and a galaxy transformed.